What if I told you that after studying 1,000 billionaires from around the world, I discovered they all share one specific trait that has nothing to do with intelligence, education, or even luck? I'm talking about Warren Buffett, Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, even the ones you've never heard of from Asia, Europe, and Africa. They all have this one thing in common. And here, as the crazy part, 99% of people do the complete opposite of this trait every single day, which is why they stay broke. Stay until the end, because I'm going to reveal exactly what this trait is and how you can develop it starting today. 2 years ago, I was struggling financially. I had read every self-help book, watched countless YouTube videos about getting rich, but nothing worked. That's when I decided to do something different. Instead of listening to gurus, I went straight to the source. I spent 18 months researching 1,000 billionaires. Not just the famous ones, but billionaires from every continent, every industry, every background. I analyzed their interviews, their biographies, their business decisions, their failures, and their comebacks. And what I discovered will shock you. It wasn't their IQ. Some had average intelligence. It wasn't their education. Many were college dropouts. It wasn't even their family background. Most came from middle-class or poor families. But before I reveal what it was, let me tell you about 3 billionaires who prove this point perfectly. Sarah Blakely was selling fax machines door-to-door when she had an idea for better pantyhose. She had 0 fashion experience, 0 business education, and only $5,000 in savings. But here's what she did differently. Jan Koum was an immigrant who cleaned floors at a grocery store and lived on food stamps. He didn't even have a college degree in computer science, yet he sold WhatsApp for $19 billion. What did he do that 99% of people don't? Howard Schultz grew up in housing projects in Brooklyn. His father was a truck driver. He worked multiple jobs just to pay for college. Today, Starbucks is worth over $100 billion. The common thread between all three: they mastered what I call the billionaire mindset shift. Here's the shocking truth about billionaires. They don't think about making money. I know that sounds crazy, but hear me out. While 99% of people wake up thinking, how can I make more money today? Billionaires wake up thinking something completely different. They think, what problem can I solve today? This isn't some feel-good motivational nonsense. This is based on hard data from 1,000 billionaires. Every single billionaire I studied, from tech moguls to retail giants to oil tycoons, they all started with the same question. What problem can I solve that no one else is solving? But here's where it gets interesting. It's not just about solving problems. There are 3 specific layers to this mindset that separate billionaires from everyone else. And if you don't get all 3 layers right, you'll stay stuck in the middle class forever. Layer 1. Problem obsession. Regular people see problems and complain. Billionaires see problems and get excited. When Netflix's Reed Hastings got charged $40 late fee for a video rental, most people would just pay and complain. But Hastings thought, this is a terrible customer experience. How can I solve this? Netflix was born. Layer 2, scale thinking. Here's where most entrepreneurs fail. They solve small problems for small groups. Billionaires solve big problems for millions of people. Mark Cuban didn't just create a website, he created Broadcast.com to solve streaming problems for millions of sports fans worldwide. Layer 3, persistence through rejection. This is the layer that separates millionaires from billionaires. Airbnb was rejected by investors over 100 times. The founders lived on cereal and were $40,000 in debt. But they kept iterating, kept solving the problem better until they couldn't be ignored. Most people quit after the first no. Billionaires use no as data to improve their solution. But here's what nobody talks about: the dark side of the billionaire mindset. This obsession with problem solving comes with a cost. Many billionaires struggle with relationships. They sacrifice family time. They deal with massive stress and criticism. Elon Musk has openly talked about working 120-hour weeks and sleeping on the factory floor. Jeff Bezos faced years of criticism and losses before Amazon became profitable. The question you need to ask yourself is, are you willing to pay this price? Because developing the billionaire mindset isn't just about changing how you think about money. It's about completely rewiring how you see the world. Instead of asking, what can the world give me? You start asking, what can I give the world? And that shift changes everything. So how do you develop this mindset? Here is the exact framework I created based on my research. Step 1. The daily problem hunt. Every morning, spend 10 minutes identifying 3 problems you encountered yesterday. Write them down. Step 2. The scale test. For each problem, ask, do at least 1 million people have this same problem? If not, find a bigger problem. Step 3. The solution sprint. Spend 30 minutes researching existing solutions. What's missing? What could be better? Step 4. The validation loop. Talk to 10 people who have this problem. Ask them about their current solutions and frustrations. Step 5. The iteration obsession. Start building the smallest possible solution. Test it. Improve it. Repeat. This isn't about quitting your job tomorrow. This is about training your brain to think like a billionaire. I've taught this framework to over 10,000 people in the last year. James from Texas used it to identify a problem with small business inventory management. He created a simple app that now generates $50,000 per month. Maria from Brazil noticed a problem with food delivery in her neighborhood. Her solution now serves 200,000 customers across 5 cities. David from India saw a problem with online education accessibility. His platform now has 1.2 million users. None of them were special. None of them had advantages. They just learned to think differently about problems. But here's the key. They didn't wait for the perfect idea. They started with the first problem they could identify and began iterating. The billionaire mindset isn't about having brilliant ideas. It's about developing the obsession to solve problems better than anyone else. Here's my challenge for you. For the next 30 days, I want you to wake up every morning and ask, what problem can I solve today? Don't think about money. Don't think about profit. Just focus on problems. Document every problem you find. Research existing solutions. Talk to people who have these problems. I guarantee you'll start seeing opportunities everywhere. And if you implement the framework I shared, you'll be amazed at what happens to your income within 90 days. Remember, billionaires aren't smarter than you. They don't have special advantages. They just think differently about problems. The question is, are you ready to make that shift? Start today. Your future billionaire self is waiting.